All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in the 1/3. And Adon Ratazah, this lesson will be edifying, as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And the Wada Abanawa Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Forgive me the inspiration to do this lesson. And I'm going to title it something along the lines of Vocab is Anti-Shem. Okay. And I put Shem instead of Shem. All right. Even though the world goes by Sem. Okay, so Vocab Malone, all right, he's live right now, and I just had got home and I just wanted to surf the web and see what's going on. Okay, as you see right here, he might have just ended his live. Okay, but he's doing a video, basically trying to he's doing a video in the manner of being anti-Shem. Okay, now I'll say this as a disclaimer. I remember first coming in and, we did not take heed or we did not recognize this in particular stone as being truth. Okay, I do remember that years ago. If I'm not mistaken, we never recognized this as being a so-called artifact from our people. Okay, so he's using this weak argument to sow doubt amongst us, as claiming he's using this to sow doubt to our people because we are claiming that we are from the line of Shem, and not only Shem, but also Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, so this guy is clearly anti-Shem. I'm not saying Shem, okay, because the actual way, all right, for the name of our forefather is Shem. Okay, now, and why do I know that? Because of prophecy. Okay, we've been given the language of Canaan, all right, which is the Phoenician tongue or the Paleo Hebrew, all right, as he's holding up, I believe, a Syrian. Okay, well, we go by the Paleo Hebrew. All right, now, real quick, this is Isaiah 19 and 18. Okay, this is what our elders and our apostles have taught us. All right, and I'll say this too: if you need some kind of artifact for you to believe that you are a Hebrew Israelite, then what is the point of faith? Okay, so this is a very weak base argument. All right, that he is trying to propose to the general public of people to further misguide and misscrewed. Okay, misscrewed, that's how you pronounce it, the doctrine, which it's a weak argument. This is why we have faith. If something like this is gonna thwart you, is gonna throw you off from who you are as a people, as a nation, then you're not grounded in faith at the end of the day. All right, but what I want to point out is anything surrounding us and our belief through faith, he is anti that. Okay, so I wanted to play on the words since they like to call us anti. Okay, well, this guy is anti. Okay, and he's not only anti-Shem, he's an anti-Mashiach. He's an anti-Hamashiach. So let me put that up there too. All right, this is how you know we're at the last days. Okay, so let me hold this right here. All right, and let's read this one. This is Isaiah 19. Okay, Isaiah 19 and 18, it says, in that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt, which Egypt, okay, is synonymous with our bondage, and we are in bondage, all right? We are in bondage up to this very day, from chattel slavery, spiritual, mental slavery, when it's physical, mental, and spiritual slavery. I've literally just got off the plantation. I'm thankful that I have a job so that I can pay my bills to maintain myself, so to continue to do the work in the ministry. But at the same time, we're tired, we're groaning, we're worn out. Okay. And then ultimately it's the Holy Spirit through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, that's keeping us going. All right. But in this captivity, in the land of Egypt, it says, speak the language of Canaan. All right. Which the Canaan is Phoenician. All right. The Phoenician tongue. And the Phoenician tongue is the Paleo-Hebrew, because modern day Canaan, all right, look at this. Watch this. Modern day Canaan. Let's actually put that. It's going to be Lebanon. All right. What's modern day Canaan? Lebanon. Okay. Now modern day Canaan. So now let's ask this. Ancient Lebanon alphabet. Okay. Lebanon, real quick. Only reason why I'm doing this because this guy wants to he's trying to use this artifact with this language. Okay, look, the Phoenician alphabet. Ba, ga, da, ha, wa, tha, sha, ma, ka. Okay, I'm not look, see, ba, ga, da, ha. All right, wa, okay. All right, see, this is the ancient. This is what it's talking about. This is why we say, call halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. That's prophecy. So for this uncircumcised heathen, as David said, this uncircumcised Philistine, which he's not Philistine. We believe he's an Edomite. I believe he's actually from the lineage of Agagite or Amalek. Okay, but this is still I'm having the same energy like our King David, before he was crowned king, felt towards Goliath. Okay, so this is just an example to show you that it's through the Holy Spirit we are returning to who we are, and you have people like this trying to thwart that, trying to doubt that, and what he is showcasing is he's anti-Shem. All right, he's anti-Shem. All right, because we're Shemites. All right, he's an anti-Shemite. Maybe I'll title that Vocab is an Anti-Shamite. Okay. I actually like that. So I might retitle it in that manner. Okay. He's anti-Shemite. All right. Let's add an emphasis on the end of there. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Shemite. Okay. Let's get the point across. All right. Because don't they do that to us? As the old saying goes, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You can point at us, but we can't point at you. Come on now. Come on, Jack. All right, going back. It says, they shall speak the language of Canaan, which the language of Canaan is the Phoenician tongue, and the Phoenician tongue is the Paleo-Hebrew, which our people preserved that language when the world was confounded in Genesis 11. We maintained that language. Okay, we maintained it. All right, that's our language. Okay, so you have heathens right now that are set up to try to sow discord with your spiritual belief, and that's why I said, look, if you need a physical artifact, something tangible, then what is the need of faith? So this is a very weak base argument, but I'm not surprised from a very weak base nation of people. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, we're speaking the language of Canaan, hence why I didn't put anti-Shem. Okay, I put anti-Shem. He's an anti-Shemite. All right, because we're a Shemite people, and that's the spirit. Because I've been going heavy into the lineage, going back from Adam to Shem to Abraham to Isaac to Jacob, and bye Esau. You see that? Shem continues through Jacob. All right, even though Esau is a Shemite, but our lineage keeps the line of Shem going because we are the chosen line out of that. All right. And it says, and swear to the Lord of hosts, one shall be called the city of destruction. And that's what Babylon is going to be, a city of destruction. And look at this. In that day shall there be an altar. What is the altar? Us at camp. Okay. And you know what's funny? I got to say something because I got to make a point on a point. All right. What's funny is we're actually commanded to write on stones and build altars. Now, the altar now is us at camp, okay? Us at camp is the altar now, all right? Now, check this out. I'm going to show you something. This is Deuteronomy 27:1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, look, Ha-Zaquanium Shal Yasharala. See that? Ha-Zaquanium Shal Yasharala. commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. And then you'll have a heathen come out and try to tell you that what you're saying according to your culture is incorrect. Now, I'm just going to use something stereotypical, but that's like an Edomite trying to tell a Judite how to cook soul food. Now, I'm not saying that that's our culture. I'm just using it based off of today with the analogy of our people. You know, imagine that. Imagine Esau teaching Jake how to be Jake. That don't work like that. But for some odd reason, when it comes to this, now this guy can present himself as a authoritarian, all right, a authority figure when it comes to biblical information, and at that, people that identify according to this book, all right. But why don't you, when I hear people that actually know that Ishmael is the so-called Arabs, but you don't see him trying to denounce that. Okay, but for some odd reason, we can't be Shem. We got to be Ham. All right, this guy is an Edomite supremacist. And we all know that. But these are points that have to be made while bringing out edification for the true body of believers. Okay. So now let me go back. Okay. Let me go back to where I was. Deuteronomy. All right. Now watch this. Now check this out. Let's go down. It says Deuteronomy 27. And let's just start at let's keep going. It says, and it shall be on the day when ye shall pass over Jordan unto the land which the Lord thy power, Yahweh Bashim Shai, thy power, all right, thy Allah power giveth thee, thou shalt set thee up great stones and plaster them with plaster, and thou shalt write upon them. So now we got to write upon stones. Okay. Now I'm making a point here. And I'm not making a point to prove that this is correct, because this is Assyrian, all right, which this is Deuteronomy is pre-Assyrian Empire, all right? So we're going back to the Paleo writing. So if we were to write on stones as Israelites in the Americas, it would be in the Paleo Hebrew. Well, watch, follow me. And it says, and thou shalt write upon them with all the, write upon them all the words of this law. Now check this out. I want to show you something. Since you want to bring up stones, not that it's needed, and this is new right here. I looked up the Los Lunas stone. This was never coined a hoax until now. Now let's see, when was this updated? Let me see. Can I see when this was updated? I'm just curious. It doesn't matter. Okay. I thought you usually could see when. Oh, what's this? Oh, look right here. Look at right here. Look. This page was last updated June 28th, 2025. Ain't that funny? Isn't that funny that this was just updated in 2025? But when I first came in, you have the beloved brother. Okay, well, I look at it as a big brother, even look at it as a Quan, the brother Kazak from Mississippi. He and another brother went to this actual land, and they did lessons in front of it. Okay, so I believe through faith that this is actually genuine. Okay, because you got to remember that during the Assyrian captivity, 2nd Ezra 13, also followed by 2nd Kings 17, when the northern kingdom went into captivity, their mind was to flee to another land where no man has dwelt, and they knew that being what you call the Americas today, because King Solomon, all right, sent Hiram to a naval fleet to a land to get goods, okay? And it took a year and a half to get there and a year and a half to get back, all right? So what I want to prove right here is when you look at this, this is ancient Hebrew. This is an Assyrian, okay? And look, so look how easy you can edit this. Look at this. Let me look. I can just click edit. Look at this. I'm not logged in, right? But look at this. I can literally, look at that. Look, I'm just doing this in real time. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to press back. But look how easy that just worked. You see that? So we don't need, no, leave. Okay, see, look, you see that? You just saw in real time. I didn't even know I could do that. So look how easy Esau can manipulate information that's on the internet. This is why we don't need to bank on these physical artifacts to hold this plight or this stance of who we are. But this is an example to show you that there are actual artifacts that predate or pre-exist a language that he's trying to denounce to you, which is whatever. We never claimed that this Ohio thing was real. I remember that. I remember when I was first coming in that this was brought out before, and I'm like, all right, so okay, it ain't real, big deal. So what? Esau claims he's us now, big deal. But the point is, this actually has the paleo inscription on it. So let's go here. All right, look, he was breaking it down, and the elder broke it down right here. Look at this, and I believe you can find the name on here. All right, look, see, you see, ka, wa. All right, look at this, ha, wa, ha, la. You remember you read right to left, okay? You read right to left. Now I remember one time I was looking on this, and I actually found Yahweh's name right here. Look, Yahweh, right there, Yahweh, Yahweh. Now watch this. Let's do this. I'm gonna show you it. So let's put this in. Let me see. How can I put? Let me just try this. Let me put. Oops. Yahweh in. Yep. Yahweh in Paleo Hebrew. Let's see what pops. There it is. There it is. Okay. So now let's do this. All right. I'm getting excited. Okay. Let's do this one. I'm getting excited here. Let's take this. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Where is it? Move it like this. We getting tech savvy. Okay. Oop. Oh, my bad. Okay. I'm just doing this in real time, so bear with me. All right. So look, where is it? Right there. Okay. Let me see if I can put it side by side. See it? Look. Ya, ha, wa, Yahweh. Right there. Look at that. We just found that in real time. Okay. So call all Yahweh Shemal Shai Bashimur Kakwadash. We just found that in real time. All right, right there. Oops. Click out of that. Oh, I'm getting excited. Let's go back. Okay. Just wanted to prove that point real quick. Let's minimize this. Take that off. Go back. Okay. So there it is. Okay. For that demon. All right. That demon core. So now from there, let me see, where was I at? I was in Deuteronomy, right? Yep. Let's finish this off now. Deuteronomy 27:3. And thou, look, this is what it said. And thou shalt write upon them all the words of this law. Now, when you go back into this, all right, this individual said that there was, I believe, 10 or some certain amount of commandments. And then when you even go into the Wikipedia, it actually calls it the commandment stone. So this right here, look, the commandment rock. Okay. The commandment rock. And this right here, I'm not surprised that this is here, but it was just updated the 25th of June or the whatever of June 2025. So I believe that Esau set that up, and you can also edit it right now. Okay. So we don't need physical. We don't need physical, tangible evidence to prove that we believe that we're Israelites. All right. And I'll even further that. What's happening? You saw that? Satan. Now from there, let's go to Romans 8:16 real quick. I'm going to get a couple more. All right. Got to check this computer. Romans 8. Okay. This is why faith is so important. So if you are not a faith-based Israelite, then they're going to find ways to throw you off. Romans 8:16, the spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. Okay, so the spirit lets us know. So little arguments like this are weak, but what he's showing is Vocab is a anti-Shamite. All right, he's anti-you. He is, he's against you. Okay, he's against you as a nation, just like Haman. Look, just like Haman. Haman's plot against Yahweh. All right, it says here's Haman set up, Esther 3:1. After these things did King Xerxes promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite. And the Agagite, okay, is also goes back to Amalek. I'll show you that real quick. So let's go to Agagite. All right, watch this. Agagite, Haman the Agagite, go down. All right, Agagite, let me see. I got to go a little further, I think. Okay, let's go here. Click on this. I believe we can find that he is, there it is, Amalek Kings, Agag. Okay, so Haman is from Amalek, and we all know who Amalek is, don't we? This is why he's specifically against you. He's specifically against us. This is why he's specifically against us, okay? Because they're claiming to be us, and ultimately they want to cut us off from being a nation. So he's anti-Israelite. All right. Now let's read what he tried to do. This is Esther 3, and is that 13? Yes, look what he did right here. Okay, look, let's start at 11. All right, Esther 3 and 11. Esther 3 y 11. And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also to do with them as it seemeth good to thee. Then were the king's scribe called on the 13th day. Isn't that funny? The 13th day, which Masons equate that day to Lucifer, of the first month. It says, and so this was a Sabbath, and this was the eve, or the eve going into the Sabbath. Damn. And there was written according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people of every province, according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, in the name of the king Xerxes was it written, and sealed with the king's ring. And the letters were sent by posts into all the king's province to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews. This guy is anti-Shamite, both young and old, little children and women. And one day, even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, and to take the spoil of them for prey. So right here, okay, starting with Esau, Edom, the elites, and it trickles on down to the lesser luminaries and the fanboys and the ones that are just getting bought and paid for. They want to destroy, kill, and cause perish old, young, little children, women, all of you, okay? This man and his nation don't care about none of you, don't care about your gender, don't care about your age. All they care about is destroying you, okay? They are anti-Shamites. All right, that you want to call us what you call us, and you don't even get the name right. Okay, you are anti. And look right here, 1 John 2 and 18. Little children, the same little children that Haman, the Amalek, the Edomites want to cut off. It is the last time, and as ye have heard that anti-Hamashiach shall come, even now are there many anti-Hamashiachs, whereby we know that is the last time. See, so we know we're at the end because we're witnessing the characteristics on people that the precepts in the scriptures said would play out upon these people. So they are in their lot, they are in their role, and they are playing it out to a T. Okay, they're playing it out to a T. Okay, now let me see. I had pulled this up real quick because I wanted to show you this. The reason why I chose Shum and not Shem. Okay, because when you go into Genesis 10 and 1, now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. But then when you go into it, okay, when you go in, what's going on? Okay, when you go into it, all right, right here, let me see. And Shem was the oldest. He was the firstborn. Shem, see, it's not Sem. Okay, it's not Sem, it's Shem. See, Shem, Sham, all right, means name. Ba, ha, Shem, in the name. So it's Shem, okay? It's not Sem. It's not Shem. It's Sham, all right? So he's showcasing you. He's anti your lineage. He is anti your nation, all right? He is against your God, your Savior, and he's against you identifying yourself as who you are, even though it was prophecy, for us to wake up to who we are, okay? And I want to take it a step further. You also have this. Let me see, where is it? Did you also ever hear about, let me see, let's go here. Okay, check this out. It's called the Chief, look at this. Look, the Chief Joseph Assyrian tablet. Did you ever hear about that? Okay, so why did a Gadite have a tablet with Assyrian writing? Okay, why did a Gadite, all right, look right there. Look at this. Tribe of Gad. See? Tribe of Gad, Assyrian captivity. Why did a Native American chief have an Assyrian tablet? Okay. Well, we can tell you why. Let's go to this. Second Ezra. All right. Let me go here. Did I put 16:11? I believe I did. Yep. Second Ezra 13. Okay. And I believe it's about 40. Let me see. Second Ezra 13. Let's go down. Yep. Second Ezra 13 and 40, which you can precept that right here, was Second Kings 17. All right. Let me show you real quick, just in case anybody that didn't know. All right. 2 Kings, 2 Kings 17. Slovakia, which means forgive me. 2 Kings 17. And let's go to 23. 2 Kings 17 and 23. Look, and it says, unto the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants, the prophets. So was Israel carried away out of their own land to Assyria until this day. And then what did they do? And the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon and from Kuath and from Ava and from Hamath and from Sepharvaria, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel, and they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. So we've always had to deal with us being judged, us being carried away, and then someone placing themselves in our land as if they were the people. And now Edom has now propped himself through prophecy in our land. This is why it tells you in Ezekiel, I think it's 36 and 5. Let me see. Ezekiel 36 and 5. Yep. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. Idumea are the Edomites, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out as a prey. So when we got cast out, heathens put themselves in. Okay, so now we've been cast out, heathen put themselves in, and now heathens, as we are awakening, now they're trying to find weak, fabricated arguments to say, no, you're not the people, but they have no problem about who's saying they are the people. These are things that make you say, that's kind of funny. Now, before I deviate off topic, I also want to add, you never see them go hard about the color of who you call God or Jesus or certain other artifacts, or question the validity of those that are in our land now. They never go into that. But now with you being awoken to who you are, they want to find every nook, cranny, angle, some kind of form of a talking point to attempt to denounce you being who you are. See that? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? All right. Now let me get this precept, Hosea 1 and 10, because that's a very beautiful precept. And then I'll also precept that with 2 Ezra. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to this one and then I'll use that precept. So I'll hold this, and the water for the precepts, much appreciated. Let's go to Hosea 1 and 10. Okay. And then right here, 2 Ezra 13 and 40. So now this is what Ezra recorded that the northern kingdom did after being kicked out of their land. It says, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, okay, whom Salmanassar, the king of Assyria, keep that in mind. So the king of Assyria, now all of a sudden, a so-called Native American has an Assyrian tablet, but then we find in the scriptures that the northern kingdom was fled from Assyria to escape that captivity. And where did they go? They went to Azareth. As a matter of fact, since we're doing this, let's take it a step further. Okay, Jewish. Oh, damn it. Jewish Encyclopedia. Okay, let's go here. And let's go check. All right. I hope this one works. Okay, perfect. All right. So we're going to go here and let's finish reading. And we're going to take a word out of here. Watch this. And it says, King of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters. So came they into another land. But they took this counsel amongst themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. And where is that? It says that they might there keep their statues, which they never kept in their own land. Their statues, commandment rock. Okay, Paleo Hebrew. Keep going. And we didn't even have to use that. But I just wanted to bring that out as an example, even though we don't need no artifacts. But since he wants to pull up an artifact to try to denounce you, well, here, we're going to throw another one at you and explain that. Then explain why there's a chief Joseph tablet stone with Assyrian writing. And look what it says. And it says, and they entered into the Euphrates by a narrow passage of the river. For the Most High then shewed signs for them and held still the flood. So this was during hurricane season till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. A year and a half. Okay? A year and a half. Now, real quick, I know it's in Kings. Let's put Hiram. What am I pressing over here? Hiram took 3 years. Let's see what comes up. KJV. Go here. We go here. Okay, right there. Okay, look, 2 Chronicles 9:21. The king had a fleet of trading ships manned by Hiram's servants. Once every 3 years it returned, because Hiram, when King Solomon sent him out to America or Azareth, it took him a year and a half to get there. Then they gathered the goods, peacocks, gorillas, gold. Then it took a year and a half to get back. So this is why when you go into 2nd Ezra 13, it only took them a year and a half to get there, because it wasn't a round trip. It was a one-way ticket, because ultimately we are going to be delivered out of our captivity here in the Western Hemisphere via Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, which will surpass the deliverance of Egypt. So now that we got that, it says a year and a half, and the same region was called Azareth. Now let's put this, let's copy, and let's go to this. Let's see what the Jewish Encyclopedia deems Azareth as. Okay, so I probably spelled it wrong. So now from there, we're going to do this. All right, let's put, let's see, Azareth. I think it's, let me see like that. Let's see. Azareth. Okay, a Polish band. I might not be spelling it correctly, so I may even go to the A's just cause. So let's go like this, delete that, and then do what is it? Oh shit. All right, let's go like that. Let me see. Is that how you spell it? Okay, let me go back. I'm probably just misspelling it. So let me find another one. Okay. And maybe okay, here we go. Let's go here. Yep, go to A. All right, let's put Zar Ath. Is that how you spell it? Okay. All right, we're gonna look it up then. Let me see. Watch. It's gonna say it. Okay, maybe I'll go a little further. Let's put let me see. I'm probably spelling it wrong. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Okay. A-Z. Here we go. A-Z-A-R-E. T-H. See if it comes up. Did you mean? No, I don't mean Azariah. Oh, look at that. That's funny. So let's get Azariah. Look at that. I'll just use Google if I have to, but it's going to say Azareth is the place that is the place that's deemed America. Okay. Huh. My spelling is terrible. Did you mean Azariah? No. Okay, let's try this. Watch this. Go back. All right, let's cancel this out. We're gonna find it. Watch this. Let me put in the Jewish Encyclopedia, Azareth is known as America. Okay. Oh, this shit is a lie. See, they changed it. This is a lie. Whoever, any of you brothers that came in when I came in, we always went to the Jewish Encyclopedia, and it always let us know. Let me see. Up right there. There it is. Look at. See that? Do you see that? Look at this. Look at how it says it here. Look at this. Everybody look right there. Columbus identified America with this land. Okay. So right here in the Jewish Encyclopedia, it states that. But now watch when I press back. But when I press it here, look, Azareth is not known as America. See how AI? You gotta watch AI, man. Okay. But look, when I go here, what's it say, brothers? Columbus identified America. Do you want to go to America? See? Look at that, brothers. See? So we just proved why the Chief Joseph Tablet Stone, in which you know as America today, why he would obtain or have that stone in his possession all the way over here. Because the Israelites, the northern kingdom, fled Assyrian captivity and came all the way over here to the Americas to fulfill prophecy. So you can take that, man. All right. So you can keep your little bullshit argument with your little corny ass stone. Okay. But I want you to explain this one now. Explain why the Chief Joseph Tablet Stone had Assyrian writing, and then explain why Christopher Columbus identified Azareth with America. And we spelt it this way. We spelt it and it still didn't come up. See? So this thing is tricky, man. Okay, this thing is tricky. You gotta be careful dealing with the devil. You're dealing with the devil. All right, but the truth shall set you free. There it is. Azareth. Okay, so here we go, man. And we're at the end now. Now let's end it off on Hosea 1:10. That's right. They're scrubbing the net. Exactly. They're scrubbing the net. I proved it with this one. Okay, the word hoax right here. Look, this just got updated last month. Look at this. Last month, it just got updated. And you could literally rewrite this. This is why it's about faith. Okay, this is why, real quick, before I get that, all right, I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. Let's go to Ephesians real quick, 2:8. You better thank Yahweh Shemel Shai that you have faith. Ephesians 2:8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of Yahweh. Thawada Abanawi Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bashem Kakwadash, for giving us faith. And I believe faith in the Hebrew is Amawan. Okay, faith in the Hebrew is Amawan. All right. Which that's a simple check. Let's just check this real quick. Since it's on my spirit, okay, to go into the Lashwan Kodash, which that's Yahweh Shemel Shai Bashem Kodash, give me the inspiration. So now just real quick, it's a Sabbath anyway. What we gotta do? Go work for fucking Esau? Excuse my language. You know? Shit, I just got off work. Go down, faith. Iman should be Amawan. All right, faithful, trusting. Okay, so let's see. We need the actual word faith. Mawan, that's what we want. Support, faith. Okay, but you get it. We go further. You got all the brothers, the Elder Monagan, they go into it, you know. But it's Aman, but it's Amawan. That's what faith is. Now, Hosea 1:10. It says, this is Hosea 1:9. It says, then said Yahweh, call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. But guess what? Prophecy, Ezekiel 37. Thy eye shall see thy teacher. Revelations 11, their dead body shall lie in the street of the great city. But then after 3 days, 3.5 days, which is equivalent to 350 years, when you add 1619 to 1969, which see, now I got the spirits on me, so I'm going to do that. Okay, look, let's do, let me show you that. How many years was 1619? And I remember I was on the video with the Elder Itazawam from, I believe, Wisconsin, when he did the math, and he had me put this in, and it's mind blowing. 1619 to 1969. Okay, how many years was 1619 to 1969? Okay, should be 300. Boom, 350. 3.5 days. Malachi. Then will I send Elijah. Okay, to turn the fathers to the children and children to the fathers. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. They can't take this from us, man. And they're not going to take it from us, but they will attempt to. They will always attempt to. It says, Hosea 1:10, yet the number of the children of Israel, all right, shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. There you go. He's telling you you're not the people, which is proving prophecy that you are the people. So I just wanted to do that quick lesson. I truly pray that it was edifying. it was comforting, it was exhorting, and you're learning, you're growing in the spirit, and you're understanding who your enemy is. You're understanding that salvation is not for everyone. Salvation is only for the nation of Israel, because we fall under that covenant line. We're the only nation that our power has made a covenant with, as well as sending a savior to make a better promises and a better contract for us. And this is why we're under grace, waiting for the new covenant to be put within us. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. I pray that you brothers and you a few sincere sisters was edified through the spirit as I was. And I just want to say, call halal, abanawa Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Rakakudash. Double honors to my bishops, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.